Let me tell you a true story about a powerful shrine in Nigeria, a place once known as the final court of justice. This kind of story was never meant to be told out loud, not because it is fake, but because people were afraid what would happen to them if they tell the story. This particular shrine, if your name is taken there, your family would wait in silence, not knowing if you will come back or vanish completely. This particular shrine has the power to end arguments. It has the power to end families and sometimes end lives. Long before Nigeria became a country, before borders were drawn and English became law, there was a place in present-day Arochukwu, Abia State that decided who lives and who disappears. The place was called Ibini Ukpabi. Many people knew it with another name, which is the Long Juju. At first, it didn't look dangerous. From the outside, it was just a shrine, quiet, hidden among trees, surrounded by forest, but people traveled for weeks to reach it. People from far villages, even people from outside Nigeria came to see this shrine. Why? Because this place is believed to be the final court of justice. If you were accused of a serious crime like stealing land, betraying family members, breaking a powerful oath, and no village court could save you, your last hope will be this oracle. And once your name was mentioned, justice follows immediately. People believe the oracle could not lie. They believe it could see the truth in your heart. And if you are innocent, you will walk out free. But here is what they didn't know. The shrine was designed to break your mind before it touches your body. Once you enter, the light disappeared, the path became narrow, the walls felt close. You couldn't tell where you were being taken. Water dripped from above, your footstep echoes back at you. The oracle priest spoke in calm voices. They told you not to be afraid. They told you that the oracle was listening, but guess what? Fear was already working. At some point, the accused would reach what they were told was judgment. If the oracle declared you innocent, you were told to live through a sacred passage, a path they called the way of freedom. Families waited outside praying. What they did not know was that the exit was not an exit at all. Behind the shrine was a hidden tunnel that led deep into the forest. Once you passed through it, you were no longer a person in the eye of the community. You were gone. Some were killed quietly, some were never killed at all. They were sold. During the height of the transatlantic slave trade, the Long Juju became more than a spiritual center. It became a pipeline. People who walked in seeking justice were secretly handed over to the slave merchants. From the forest, they were taken to the coast. From the coast to the ships. From the ships to the place they would never return from. Guess what they told the family of those who were victims of this? They told them that the oracle has swallowed them without any tangible reason or showing them the grave or the body or proof that the person was actually dead. And because fear ruled, nobody questioned it. For decades, the Long Juju controlled lives, land, and silence. Then something unexpected happened. The British arrived. When the British arrived in Arochukwu in the early 1900s, they had already heard disturbing reports about the Long Juju. At first, they didn't interfere. Even the colonial officers were uneasy about the shrine. It had influence. People feared it. Some locals believed any outsider who challenged it would not survive. But eventually, the British saw something they couldn't ignore. They realized the oracle was not just spiritual, it was powerful, controlling trade routes, land disputes, and people's lives. More importantly, they discovered it's connected to the slave trade, which the British had officially outlawed by then. So in the 1901 and 1902, British troops marched into Arochukwu. For the first time in generations, the Long Juju was challenged openly. The priests fled. The shrine was attacked and destroyed. When the British entered the inner parts of the oracle, they found things that confirmed long-held fears: hidden tunnels, secret exits leading to the forest, evidence that people who entered were taken away without ever returning. The mighty oracle, once believed to be untouchable, fell. But here is the most haunting part of it all. The destruction did not bring back the dead. It did not reunite families. It only revealed how many people had vanished quietly without records. After the fall of the Long Juju, the British imposed their own system of courts and administration. But you know what? Fear did not disappear, rather it shifted. And even though the shrine lost its power, the silence around what happened there remained. And up until this time, the ruins still stand. No guards, no priests, just paths, just tunnels and stones. And people who know about what happened do tell the story in secret. The oracle did not disappear because it was fake. It disappeared because its power depended on fear. And once fear was exposed, it couldn't survive. And that's the part people don't talk about enough. It didn't disappear when the law were written or when missionaries preached against it. What actually weakened it was exposure. Fear survived best in silence and in places where questions are never asked. The moment people began to talk about what they had always whispered, the moment they realized that justice could exist outside that sacred ground, the power shifted. And if you think about it, nothing has really changed. In today's world, we are no longer walking into shrines to swear oaths, but we are still living under quiet court of fear. Some people stay in abusive homes because of what will people say. Some remain trapped in toxic workplaces because they believe the system is bigger than them. Some never speak the truth because silence feels safer than consequences. Just like that shrine, these modern fears survive on one thing: believe without challenge. The moment someone speaks out, the moment evidence replaces superstition, the moment light enters the room, fear begins to lose its grip. Think about secrets exposed online. Powerful people brought down by a single testimony. Systems that seem untouchable until one voice broke the silence. It is the same story but in different time and different settings. And maybe that is why stories like this were never meant to be told out loud. Because once you hear them, you begin to ask dangerous questions. You start to realize that power, whether spiritual, political, or social, only lasts as long as people are afraid to look at it directly. And once fear is exposed, it can no longer pretend to be justice. Thank you so much if you listened this far. This is the end of my today's story, and everything I said here are actually real. It happened, no fiction and no exaggeration. I'm really glad you came with me this far. So I'm almost at the finishing part of my earring making. As you can see, I'm trying to drill some holes and fix my earring hangers, jump rings, and and also one thing you should note about this: if you are having a set of earrings that are looking to opposite side, you should be mindful of the earring hanger, because there are ways you will fix it. The back will be facing outside, which is not proper. So you make sure you set your earring facing each other. Then you now place your earring hanger where it's supposed to hang before you now fix it. If you made it this far, I'm so happy, I'm excited, and I say God bless you so much for sticking with me and supporting me. It's not really easy. I'm happy that you are here, and I'm not going to take you for granted. So now, kindly tell me in the comment section which you prefer. Is it the story or the process of making this beautiful piece come to life? Or you prefer both of them? What do you think I should be doing or saying in my next video?